All right, so the Chinese-built AI app DeepSeek seems to have taken the tech world by storm. It has certainly demolished the market value of a number of tech giants, US-based tech giants, Nvidia being top of it, one of the largest chip makers in the world. Its market value was destroyed by 500 billion just in one trading session. Big tech companies, Google, Microsoft, etc., even Elon Musk's Tesla have lost a substantial amount of value because of this new discovery, this Chinese AI app called DeepSeek, which is giving a run for its money to these tech giants and also to companies like OpenAI, who have invested tens of billions of dollars in building their generative AI model. The Chinese DeepSeek is claiming to have done that at 1/100th the cost. So what is the hype all about? Is this really the breakthrough technology that the world is making out to be? How does this change generative AI? And most importantly, where is India in this race for AI global dominance? Joining us now is Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, former Minister for Information Technology and Electronics in Mr. Modi's government. Thank you very much, Mr. Chandrasekhar, for speaking with us. First of all, what do you make of this DeepSeek? I mean, there's so much hype around it. I said, in one trading session, big tech companies have lost huge amounts of value. Is this really the breakthrough technology that is going to upend our worlds?
No, Zaka, so thank you for covering this story. I think this is not about new technology, Zaka. It is this Chinese company, in a sense, demolishing the assumption that AI, progress in AI and innovation in AI somehow depends on billions of dollars of AI compute infrastructure. And that is the narrative that has been out there, that the American companies have access to more capital and more GPUs and infrastructure, and therefore they will naturally be the leaders of AI in the coming years, is what they believed in and what they caused the world to believe in. Now, these group of youngsters from China in DeepSeek have really upended that assumption, and they've essentially shown the world, much to the cost of the world, $1.5 trillion of cost precisely last day's meltdown, that it takes a lot more than just compute infrastructure. It requires high quality data sets and also the real innovation in algorithms that they have built. Now, all of the facts about DeepSeek, where they got this capability, where they got the infra, is not clear to most of the world, being Chinese and inscrutable and all of that. But certainly they have signaled to OpenAI, Microsoft, Grok, Perplexity, and all of these big leaders in the West that there is a way to do AI and cutting edge frontier AI with far less capital, 1/10, 1/15 of the capital that these Western companies are using. So it is certainly a wake up call to those who believe that it is money and capital investment that was going to determine the winners and losers. DeepSeek says no, it is going to be also about innovation, data sets, algorithms, and a more effective way of using infrastructure that will determine winners. So we will see. These are early days, Zaka. We should not necessarily jump the gun and say the winners have been pronounced and the losers have lost. These are early days, but certainly there is a new dimension to any discourse of AI that was not there 5 days ago.
So you did mention, because it's Chinese and it's inscrutable, there have been concerns that netizens have raised when you ask DeepSeek questions about, let's say, what happened in Tiananmen Square or what happened in the India-China war in 1962. It doesn't give you a clear answer. It gives you evasive answers. How concerned should the world be about Chinese censorship when it comes to this app?
Look, Zaka, I think every model is going to be as intelligent or as correct or incorrect as it is trained, with biases or without biases. That applies to Google Gemini, it applies to OpenAI's ChatGPT, it applies to Claude. Any model, any LLM that today powers an AI platform is essentially as good or as bad as what it's been trained, how it's been trained. Now, it is clear that many models have biases, whether they're unconsciously, inadvertently there, deliberately there. So biases are built into these models inadvertently or deliberately, and so Certainly a Chinese model, I'm sure, I have not asked this question of DeepSeek yet, saying is Taiwan a part of China? I'm pretty sure that DeepSeek will say yes, Taiwan is a part of China, is a province of China. And if you ask DeepSeek, I'm sure about 1962 war, they will certainly not spit out that China got a bloody nose in the 62 war. So those biases are to be expected. But I think the issue is not that as much as the fundamental core technology, the algorithms and the data sets that have been used to create performance, AI performance in DeepSeek that is comparable to or better than the existing ChatGPT and Gemini and Llama models in the US, and they are better in terms of AI benchmarks, but better at far lower cost. And that is the headline news. It's not so much about the accuracy, inaccuracy, the biases, the lack of bias. That's a separate conversation,
okay.
Zaka. The fact that DeepSeek has managed to achieve this at a fraction of the cost and investment that the American models have done so is the reason why the world is suddenly waking up to this new reality that there is an alternate model to AI and artificial intelligence and artificial general and super intelligence.
So I want to ask you one question also, because what this has thrown light on, and which has sort of made us ask some questions also about where is India in this generative AI race? I mean, you look at the top technology companies, the top IT companies in India, they're sitting on a lot of cash. They're sitting on a lot of cash reserves. Where is India in this race for coming up with the latest generative AI model?
Look, Zaka, it's a good question, and if you're looking at the IT companies to do any frontier AI work, I think you and I will be wasting our time. They certainly have not been upfront or heading the charge into startup and innovation over the last 5 to 7 years. They've been very comfortable with their business model, and almost everything that we see in the Indian innovation ecosystem is first generation entrepreneurs going out there and building these world standard innovations with great valuations and so on and so forth, and attracting investment and creating jobs. I think if we are looking to the future of India, and certainly I had the opportunity as minister for 3.5 years to engage with the younger startup community. The action is going to come from the startup community, the youngsters, the young students, the young PhDs who are today learning and practicing the field of AI. And I would not now start declaring winners and losers on AI just yet, Zaka. These are early days. You can argue that India is maybe 6 months behind, 8 months behind, as the case may be. DeepSeek was only founded in 2023. That's just a year ago. So we are really, if you look at the next 2 to 3 years as the defining years for AI, I am willing to stick my neck out and predict that there will be a number of Indian companies that will be in this space fairly rapidly. The Prime Minister has already announced a 20,000 crore India AI mission early in 2024. And I suspect that as that is getting implemented, you will see India also with a footprint and a flag in this whole battlefield for the AI, if you want to call it that.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, for joining us and explaining that issue very succinctly for our viewers, and also putting into a global context where we are in the global AI race. All right, we'll take a quick break here on the program, but news and updates right on the other side.